a guy has an intention, a social intention. So he goes out into the world to try to get his intention. Maybe it's a sales intention. Maybe it's a seduction intention. Maybe it's a persuasion intention. Maybe he wants to get somebody to do something, and he's successful. He gets his intention. He's pleased with himself. He's happy with himself. So he goes online and he shares what he did. He wants to say, hey, look, gang, this is what I did and this is what I got. You can get the same thing if you do the same thing I did. This is a little bit generated to help other people, but it's also a little bit of a flex. Either way, he puts this out onto the internet. And so somebody sees the results he got, and they think to themselves, wow, I'd like to get that same result. So maybe if I try the same thing, I'll get the same result. A few people do what he did, and they get the same result. But most people try what he did, and they don't get the same result. They get far less than the right result. And so they conclude that this technique doesn't work. This brings up a problem of modeling. Modeling is how humans naturally learn behaviors. We copy other people. Before they invented schools, for hundreds of or tens of thousands of years, humans modeled from other humans. We learned by copying other humans. So what's missing? Well, for one thing, any information that's transmitted verbally online is missing most of the information that we need to be able to model behavior. Because it's not just the observable behavior that's important, it's understanding what was going on inside that guy's mind when he did the thing he did to get what he got. It's what his beliefs about himself were. It's what his experiences were. It's how many memories he had in his head of doing similar things in the past. And this is one of the biggest roadblocks to genuine self-improvement. People try to copy techniques from other people, and they don't get the same results, so they conclude that this doesn't work. But if you copied a recipe from somebody, it probably would work. If you looked online and found a recipe to make some cookies or something, and you follow the instructions, you would get the same result. So what's the difference? The difference is when you make cookies, or you follow a recipe, or you follow blueprints to build a birdhouse, for example, you are operating on inert ingredients. They just sit there. But when you're doing something socially, there's a whole lot of information that is not being recorded or reported. It's been estimated that nonverbal communication, which makes up most of communication, makes up nearly 90%, which means 90% of what's going on is subconscious. So when anyone reports the results they got, they're only reporting the conscious part, that 10% or less that they think is what got them what they did. But there's a lot of stuff going on beneath the surface. There's a lot of nonverbal communication going on beneath the surface. And that nonverbal communication is based on his experience, in this example, of doing similar things. And this is the missing key to any kind of social success. You need to have a solid foundation upon which to layer new skills. And that solid foundation is your social intuition. And the only way to build your social intuition is to get experience talking to people, talking to strangers when you don't know what's going to happen next, when you don't know what they're going to say next, and you have to come up with something in the moment to respond. This is a very terrifying thing for a lot of people. A lot of people have social anxiety. A lot of people have a lot of baggage, and so they don't even recognize that this is a necessary skill. A lot of people focus on skills that are kind of around the periphery of basic social skills. But the more you build your social skills, the more successful any skill you layer on top of those social skills will be. So how do you do this? How do you build your social skills? Well, you need to practice socially. You need to practice doing something and make a habit of doing something every day. You need to start wherever you are and go just a little bit outside of your comfort zone. Just a teeny tiny bit outside of your comfort zone. If you just a little bit each day, you would slowly get better. If you need to start by making eye contact with people, then start by making eye contact with people and do that until it's easy. And whatever social success you have any particular day, as you fall asleep at night, visualize that social success. Visualize what you did and tell yourself, I am socially competent. I am socially confident. I am socially outgoing. Whatever phrase feels right to you, and visualize what you did that day. And do this every day, because here's the thing. You have a desire to be socially outgoing. Imagine you could take a magic pill. A magic pill that would make all your social issues go away. It would make you completely outgoing, completely playful, completely confident, so you could try all kinds of hypnotic techniques. You could try all kinds of seduction techniques. You could try all kinds of persuasion techniques. Would you take that pill? Most people would say yes. Most people, given the choice between being stuck by social anxiety and taking a magic pill that would make social anxiety vanish, most people would take the pill, which means you have a reason to be social. There's something about you that you need to express to other people. You might not know what that is, but you suspect there is something there. There is a reason for you to go out and express yourself. There's a reason for you to share what's inside your head with the world. And so that's an indication that you need to do this. It might not be comfortable, but think of it as an obligation to society, because you are here for a reason. You are watching this video for a reason. There's something inside of you, something magnificent inside of you that you need to share with the world. And so the only way to get there is to slowly practice social skills, to build up your social intuition. We have plenty of subliminal programming here on this channel that can help you do that, that can slowly help you achieve that goal of being socially outgoing, of building up your social intuition. So get started. Go slow. Do something very, very simple. Celebrate your success. Visualize that success as you fall asleep at night. And say your affirmations to yourself. I am socially outgoing. I am socially confident. I am socially playful. I am extroverted. Whatever feels right. And go slowly each and every day. Make sure it is boring. If you feel the need to push yourself where you're feeling anxiety, you're going too far. You're going too fast. Go slowly. You have your entire life to build your social to get rid of your social anxiety and build your social confidence. Just imagine what you'd be like today if you started to do this a year ago. If you spent every single day the past year just slightly pushing outside of your comfort zone and getting more comfortable and expanding your comfort zone. Imagine what you'd be able to do today if you started a year ago. Imagine what you'll be able to do a year from now. Just keep these things in mind. You have something inside you to share with the world. You have a reason that you need to share yourself. You can do magnificent things. You can share a magnificent message with the world, but in order to get there, you've got to do the work, the daily, boring practice, discipline, the daily grind of slowly expanding your comfort zone, of slowly training yourself, building your intuition to get out there and talk to people, talk to interesting people, develop your conversational skills. Develop your seduction skills. Develop your persuasion skills. And if you feel compelled to, develop your public speaking skills so you can share your message with the world. If you'd like to learn more, check out the links below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.